Hey guys, I'm going to be going over the Mag 7 here in the order of Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Apple, and Meta. Starting off with Microsoft here, and then all these analysis will be very similar in terms of the three boxes that I always have set up in my videos. I now call this the green box, the yellow box, and the purple box. Green box is where I wouldn't mind adding a big position in terms of shares going long term. Yellow box, I have it is as a small position. I wouldn't mind adding in again for long term and using shares. And then purple box is what my price target is moving forward into long term. Obviously, Mag 7 bound to move up higher going into the next few years. So for now, for the short term and midterm, what I would expect in terms of dip opportunity, that's what I'll be sharing today. Microsoft here, I have price ranges between 408 all the way up until right around 430 as a big dip opportunity. So long as the price is below 440, wouldn't mind adding a small position going into Microsoft. And then again, we are currently below this 430 price range, so I wouldn't mind adding a big position into Microsoft, especially if we do continue to go lower. And that's for those that are holding long term, okay? Because long term eventually, again, this is the daily chart. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out on the weekly chart just so that we can scroll up and see where I'm headed towards. Long term, within the next 2-3 years, I do expect to see price target of 600 being tested. And then again, that may occur sooner than expected as well. But in terms of dip opportunity, you do have that price range between 430 all the way down to about 407 or 404 there for dip opportunity on Microsoft. Going into Nvidia daily chart here, I have the yellow box ranging between 137.50 all the way down to about 132 for a small position of entry. Between 132 and 118 is the green box. That's where I wouldn't mind adding a bigger position for Nvidia, again in terms of shares. And then as for price target, we've already been kind of testing it. I had this at 140, ranging all the way up to about 250. So I do think we get that retest of 153 here, which is our recent high. During the next few weeks, if the market does head down, I would view this as a dip opportunity for Nvidia. Moving on to Tesla here. Tesla here had a pretty big spike in the past few weeks here, in the past few months actually. One of our original videos for Bullish Raid, we called out Tesla when it was around 170, 180. And I was just looking for price target of, I believe it was 280 and like 300. We definitely surpassed that and hit a high of 488, making a new high of all time. And then now Tesla here just cooling off, which is pretty normal in my opinion. These are the price ranges I expect to be tested going into the next couple of weeks. And of course I could be wrong, but I'll go ahead and share my analysis here. So the yellow box here is ranging between about 370 all the way down to about 320. That's where I wouldn't mind adding a small position. And then if Tesla falls down towards 320 to 277, that's where I would prefer a bigger position for Tesla. You could start a small position here if you really wanted to. I would personally wait just to see if it can cool down, see if 50 EMA on the daily chart could hold as support. If not, watch out for that breakdown below, moving towards closer to 320 for Tesla, right? So previously we called the move up. Now I'm just saying watch out for a potential pullback down to these three levels here. 50, 100, and 200 EMA on the daily chart is what I'm looking at right now. Going into Amazon, current price here, 218. My entry was right around 180 average, right? I loaded there for 180. Spiked all the way up to 233. Haven't sold yet, but I'm holding those positions for long term personally. So in terms of the yellow box here, we have it between 214 and 204. So I wouldn't mind starting a position, preferably maybe a small position if you really wanted to, between 214 and 204. I think below 220 is not a bad idea as well. But if Amazon does break down below 204, between 204 and 191 is where I would prefer a bigger entry. Again, reminding those that are skipping around. This is just for long-term and shares, right? Dollar cost averaging, and where I think price may test going into the next few days or weeks. Okay, so we could see potential pullback, ranging at least now to 214. We're getting pretty close to it. Next support after that is 204, followed by 191. Long-term price targets for Amazon, I have it between 250 here to 300, possibly within the next year or two. I didn't go over Nvidia and Tesla price targets. I'll go ahead and do that right now as well. Nvidia, I have price ranging all the way up to about 255. Tesla, I have price target ranging all the way up to 800 actually. So 800, there is my price target. All these looking for possibly between 1, 2, or 3 years from now. It depends on the overall market as well. So that's why I say 1, 2, or 3 years. I'm taking a look at Google here. Google, I have the yellow box here placed right below 192. I wouldn't mind a small position between 192 and 176. If we do break below 176, closer towards possibly 168, I would add a bigger position between those two there, 176 and 168 for a bigger position. In terms of price target within the next year or two, possibly 3, right? I am looking for about 250 for Google. Going into Apple here, we have the yellow box ranging between 240 and 233. Wouldn't mind adding a small position currently as the price is 237. But if we're looking for the overall market to pull back even further, then price range between 233 and 220, that could be a big dip opportunity in my opinion going into long term. All right, I do think 260 will be retested, and then price targets going into the next 1 to 3 years, I have it at 325. Moving into Meta. Meta here, small position box is ranging between what is that, 594 to about 572, and then big dip opportunity if the market does move down further, or if Meta does move down further. Big dip opportunity between 572 and 528. Right now, price is at 615 for Meta. I would prefer a bit of a more dip towards 572 or even 590 if possible to start a position in Meta. Or if you're just dollar cost averaging, that's where I would potentially wait for Meta before we see this price test towards price target of 800. That's what we have Meta on for price target, right? So there you have Meta, Apple, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, and Microsoft for the Mag 7. I'll be uploading more videos during the next few weeks here, so feel free to subscribe if you haven't, and then please like the video if you want to support the channel. All right, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on the Mag 7, and comment if you have any stocks you want me to go over. More than happy to take a look at any stock you guys want me to take a look at, all right, in terms of support, resistances, and then price targets.